Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Susanti Dwi Ilhami. I am from STIA YPPI Rembang. I would like to present my research entitled Effect on the Relationship Between Organizational Citizenship Behavior or OCB on Millennial Employee Performance, Mediating and Moderating. Introduction. The number of millennial employees has the largest proportion compared with the previous generations, namely the baby boomers and X generations. Millennial generation is the generation that was born after 1980. Organizations have to encourage to pay more attention to millennial generations as the human assets. Millennials employees were less of readiness to enter the workplace. They did not understand how to behave in organizations, personality, and also value that should be have. This problem could decrease the millennial performance. Employee performance is influenced by organizational citizenship behavior. The millennial performance in media and information technology has increased because the company can provide work facilities that support millennials. So, it's increasing in employee performance. This relationship moderates with training. Research gap with types of empirical gap of organizational citizenship behavior on employee performance. There are some research found that it has positive and significant effect, but another research provide negative and significant effects. So this inconsistency of the result provide a gap to do a research again. Employee engagement variable will be added as mediating variables. Research objective. This paper intends to examine the mediating effect of employee engagement and moderating effect of training on the relationship between organizational citizenship behavior or OCB on employee performance of millennial employees. Research framework. Organizational citizenship behavior as independent variable, and then training as moderating variable, employee engagement as mediating variable, and employee performance as dependent variable. Hypothesis development. Hypothesis 1. Organizational citizenship behavior or OCB has a positive and significant effect on employee performance. Hypothesis 2. Organizational citizenship behavior or OCB has a positive and significant effect on employee engagement. Hypothesis 3. Employee engagement has a positive and significant effect on employee performance. Hypothesis 4. Employee engagement mediates the relationship between organizational citizenship behavior or OCB on employee performance. Hypothesis 5. Training moderates the relationship between organizational citizenship behavior or OCB on employee performance. Methods, research types, explanatory research with quantitative approach, place of research in 6 business units of Amicom Yogyakarta, data collection technique using questionnaires, analysis tools using SAM-TLS analysis. Population and sample. The research population is millennial employees with a number of 250 employees with saturated sampling types. Hypothesis testing. From this table, we can see that OCB, organizational citizenship behavior, on employee performance is unsupported, and then organizational citizenship on employee engagement supported, employee engagement on employee performance is supported, organizational citizenship behavior on employee engagement on employee performance supported, Organizational citizenship behavior interaction with training on employee performance is unsupported. Conclusions. Research findings indicate that organizational citizenship behavior or OCB has no effect on employee performance, but it has a positive and significant effect on employee engagement. It happens because the lack of organizational citizenship behavior owned by millennials employees than another generations. Besides that, millennials believe that OCB is not important. Millennial generation develops the philosophy of working for life. This philosophy makes the millennial generation psychology detach from work and prevents the generation from dedicating too much to the workplace at the expense of quality of life. In addition, employee engagement has a positive and significant effects on employee performance. However, employee engagement a full and significant positive mediations on the relationship between organizational citizenship behavior and employee performance. Research findings also show that training cannot moderate the relationship between organizational citizenship behavior or RCP on employee performance. Okay, thank you so much. That's all my presentations. Thank you for your attention and questions.